program. If you use this program to do streaming, it's not the best. But anywho, like I was saying, it's probably best to talk about your feelings and confining them within one person or even a group of people instead of just sitting there and feeling sorry about yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you feel sorry about yourself, I'm saying that it's best to vent out, then vent in. Because think about it, your body is like a plant. Plants aren't going to keep all the sugar inside and bad, toxic stuff. It's going to spew it out so that it can get better. Oh, I don't think they spew out anything. Not quite sure if they spew out anything. I don't know. I don't know what's the right choice. I'm not seeing a therapist, which you should see a therapist. If you have depression, go see a therapist. Don't be one of those people that are like, I can do this on my... No, you go see your therapist. Because the first thing you're going to think of, I can do it by myself, and you can't. You physically cannot. Because you'll be talking yourself into a lot of things that you would normally not do. But because you're keeping it in and only talking to yourself, it kind of just stays in there instead of, venting. Remember to vent. Medication. Medication does help with depression, but it's not... I wouldn't say it's like the ultimate cure. Like, it's not a cure. You're still gonna have depression. You just have to learn how to cope with it. It's all about coping mechanisms and having to do more relaxing skills. And throughout these live streams, I'll be teaching you other ways of how to relieve that depression or whatever. Now, we're only hitting depression this time because I thought it would be a nice subject to hit for the first live stream. I don't know about you guys. You guys are probably like, well, this is getting real depressing here. I don't think I want to stay in here. It's a little really, really weird, depressing stuff here. Peace out. But it is all up to you. Okay, whoa. That looked real creepy. Okay, let's scroll all the way down. Don't want to see that. Okay, so it's Sunday now. Oh yay, Sam! Sam might help me. Oh, see, cats. Cats could help. They're cute and cuddly and just, oh my goodness. Just want to cuddle them and love them. And actually, animals are therapeutic, so that might be your best bet. I'm still not seeing a therapist, I'm still not getting any medication, so this cat should help me. I'm gonna become a cat owner because that could help me with companionship. Aww, look at the kitty cat. Aww. To any of those who says that's not a cute cat, that's an adorable cat. That cat is adorable. Except, yeah, except the cute cat. All well ends well. Yes! Yes! I'm so very depressed. So very, very depressed. Why am I so depressed myself? This is getting more depressing by the second. Oh, what should I do? She wants to spend more time with me? Oh, joy. I'm still not seeing a therapist at this point? Who doesn't see a therapist at this point? I mean, by now you should see a therapist. There's something wrong. There's clearly something wrong. Okay, let's see. Don't say anything. You're already worried about her, about being upset with you, so what should you do? Which one's the most logical thing? Well, option 1 would be probably not your best bet. I would say option 2, but you can't choose either of those. So I'm just gonna ask her if she's happy with the relationship. Probably the worst thing to ever ask. Probably not the best thing to ask at all in a relationship, really. Just another boring night, I guess. Oh, I ask that often? Oh snap! Made the wrong decision. Okay, maybe you shouldn't ask that. That probably wasn't the best thing ever to do, but oops. Well, there is no bright side to this one, actually. That was not the best decision. See, what happens when you get depressed and you don't tell nobody or have a therapist or any type of medication. You get this, you get problems like this. This is, yeah, kinda. Woo. Should I say I'm worried that you're getting bored sometimes? Should I not say that? You know, you guys should probably... What in the world? I'm doing number 4. Why did I choose the words deal with it? Now I'm thinking about dealing with it all the time. She's probably like, bruh, why don't you just, go find a therapist, go get help. But no, he's like, no, I'm a man, I can do this. Just because I have depression doesn't mean I'm not gonna, provide and junk, being all macho and whatnot. You can still be macho and go see a therapist, okay? Just saying. And now she sighs. Now I am deeply depressed. Wow. I conflugled. Oh, so should I probably read it out? It seems like you guys have no idea what it's saying, so I'll start narrating for now. Okay, great. Let's see. Let me get my mood, because this is getting even worse by the second. Let's see. It is a breezy Sunday afternoon. You've allowed Amanda, an old friend from school that is in town for the weekend, to talk to you into leaving the house for coffee and catch up. You met her in a small cafe and talk about what you've been up to since you've last seen each other, and you can't help but feel like they are a lot more accomplished and interesting than you are, while listening to them talk about their lives after school. When it's your turn to brief them on your activities, you feel anxious and ashamed and give a abbreviated version. You try to talk about your job as little as possible, and you feel incredibly boring while you describe it, despite her expressing sincere interest in you and your life. Amanda has known you long enough to read your mood and tone of voice. She leans in and asks a question while gently touching your hand. A look of genuine concern on her face. What's wrong? Do you? And now I have decisions to make because I don't know which one. Now, I can't choose number 1, which is suggest a location and confine in her. Honestly, I can't do that. Test the waters and open a little, hoping she'll understand. Can't do either of those. But I can do these. Insist that nothing is wrong and change the subject. Defensively ask what she means by that. Or notice that your hands are shaking. Now, because this is depression, I have to choose one of these. So, which one shall I choose? Well, typically, almost every depressed person I have known personally will do number 4. Because as soon as you ask what's wrong, it's just gonna be a giant fight between you and them. And that's a common human response. So, I'm gonna choose the easiest one and the one that some people will do, which is nothing is wrong, and insist to change the actual subject. Oh, I finally see what you guys are talking about. I finally get to see this. This is pretty bad of quality. I'm so sorry. But that's the program. I'm trying my hardest. My poor computer's overheating again. And doing a lot of this narration is hard. Let's see. Now, I chose the one of changing the subject, and I don't think I did very well. Let's see how I did. You will feel incredibly anxious and put on the spot as she leans forward. You consider talking about it, but what exactly would you talk about? Where would you start? She probably will just think you are complaining. Ah, man. Oh, snap. Did I mess up? Okay. Nope, they're still in. Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties. She probably think that you were just complaining about nothing anyways. No one likes a whiner. You insist that you're fine and try to shift the topic to one of mutual interest. She seems as though she is still concerned, but lets it drop. Later that night, you replay this encounter over and over in your head and fantasize about what you would have said differently now that you've had time to... Just for those who don't know this word, I'm just gonna say, basically, I'm just gonna sum this sentence up because there's some vocabulary that younger people would not understand. So, not questioning anybody else's intelligence, just in case there's a little kid watching this somewhere out there. Basically, he's just feeling sorry about himself, but he realizes that he could have said something and been more aware about his actual surroundings and the degree of his actual emotions that make him feel even worse than he originally did. So, all that summed up, we'll just go to the next page. Okay, we're back to Mondays! Yay! Everybody loves Mondays! To all those who just said, you just lied, I know. Nobody really likes Mondays. I don't particularly like Mondays. I mean, I wake up, I'm just like, ugh, weak. But, if you wake up on a good note, the rest of the day will go swimmingly. Or, if you have a bad day, just think about it like this. At least you don't have half the problems this guy has right now. He has serious depression, he's not getting any help, and it doesn't help that even though he tries to get help, he has this cycle of just pure confusion or self-hate. And in a way, the best offset that self-hate is simply doing something different in your routine or seeking help. Now, you could always seek other people for help. You can see people like my organization. We just started like a week ago, so we're brand new. It's basically just me and another person who handles some of the tech support. But being the founder and realizing that a lot of people need help, you can confide in me. I'm not going to tell anybody. Who am I going to tell? I mean, really, you don't know me. If it helps you, then that's great. If it doesn't, then I suggest please seek somebody else that will help you, like a cousin or an aunt or a grandma or even your mom. Somebody that will help you. Now back to the game. This game is getting real serious all of a sudden, and I don't know. Oh yeah, we have 3 people watching! Oh, 4! Nope, that 4 just turned to a 3. So we're just gonna go with 3. That's still pretty good, considering this is our first one. So, I'm actually pretty happy that you guys stuck to this really painful experience of learning how to cope with depression. So, applause to all of you who's learning. Yay. Okay. Let's see. It's a I'm sorry. I can't focus. it's a glaring sunny Monday, and one of the few days that your brother Malcolm is in town and free, long enough for you to actually see each other. You have a dental appointment that day, but you make plans for him to pick you up afterwards. Your appointment takes a little longer than expected because your dentist tells you that you started grinding your teeth in your sleep to a worrying degree. Given how nearly everything in your life has been feeling enormous and stressful lately, this doesn't come as a surprise to you. He suggests that you try to reduce your stress levels and fits you for a night guard. Now, night guard is basically those things that you see football players put in their mouths when they were in the helmet. So basically it's like that piece that they put in their mouth out without having the whole helmet piece. So you're just having the mouthpiece in your mouth while you're going to sleep. It feels awkward and too big for your mouth, and you feel embarrassed looking at your puffed out face in the mirror with it in. You finish up the appointment in a hurry and leave about a half hour overdue for your meeting with your Okay, where were we? Sorry, technical difficulties again. This is what happens when you reach... I have to say, not exactly the best software I have used. It's better than my last one, but not as consistent, so I'll probably be using a different software next time. However, with this next section, it's going to be a little bit more intense. If you don't feel like you are able to withstand any more or have any type of security within yourself, please refrain from this last bit and please comment within the comment chat, or you may go check out our website throughout our actual webpage. Now, as we continue, I suggest you please think about this in a wholehearted way. Do not make fun of anything that I say next, and please, let's all be adults. If you cannot be an adult, then fine, I understand. But do realize that this happens to a lot of people. Okay, so where were we? So, where we left off before the actual stream decided to die a little bit. We were talking about our brother, which his name is Malcolm. He's only 2 years older than us, yet he seems like he's having everything made for him, and even is married. So now we're having this sense of pride, well, not sense of pride, but a sense of shame creep all over us into our emotions. And we have 4 options, though of course the first 2 being the best he could have actually done is blocked off. So the first option is laugh about your dorky night guard with your brother, which is probably your best one. I mean, I would make fun of night guard if that was me, because I actually did have one, so don't really see a difference there. Option 2, tell him about the night guard and why you need it. Now that would be your second best option, because then you'll be confessing. Well, not really confessing, but venting. See, we're not going to confess, we're going to vent out everything, okay? If you got depression, vent it. Don't let it sit in. Now, 2 options that we can choose is option 3, which is lie, and tell him that it was a routine cleaning, or tell him about your tooth grinding problem, but not the stress causing it. And most people would probably lie about it, so we're gonna go with number 4. Now, so far, I am deeply depressed. Even the activities I used to enjoy hold little or no interest for me, and I exist in a near constant state of kind of like weariness. I'm constantly worried and feeling down and just not wanting to do anything I usually do for myself. I'm still not seeing a therapist. I'm still not taking any medication for my depression. Let's see, what did I say? Man, this is getting really... Okay, the dentist said that I'm apparently grinding my teeth too much when I sleep. Oh, Malcolm replies. Been stressed out lately, kiddo? Why would you call me kiddo? We're only like 2 years apart. We're only 2 years apart. Don't make me feel like I'm like a kid. That probably does not help the situation. Okay, so from him calling me dad, I'm deciding that you don't really want to go into it. You tell him that you don't think that that's the case, and it's probably just a random thing. He doesn't pry further, and instead begins reminiscing with you about the time that you chipped your baby tooth because he accidentally knocked you over once. You go out for dinner and catch up on things, but you feel somewhat distracted about the gnawing anxiety in the back of your mind. Though you enjoy your brother's company, you still feel like you want nothing more than to go home and hide from the world tonight. It becomes hard for you to try stuff all of your horrible feelings down and go emotionlessly when someone like the dentist can see a fraction of what goes on inside your head. It leaves you feeling embarrassed and weak, and you hate yourself for feeling that way. You wonder if you're really fooling anyone into thinking that you're a normal person, and then you wonder if your brother knows and is hanging with you out of pity tonight. After he drops you back at your apartment, you throw out the night guard even looking at the thing. Now, let's see how I did. Okay, let's see. I think all the technical difficulties have been resolved for the moment. Yep, I think I hit all the bases. So far we keep going in and out, in and out, in and out, so I am terribly sorry for the inconvenience that this is causing you. because this is a very serious matter. Okay, so we have hit Wednesday, and it is early on Wednesday morning. Lately, you've developed a nasty habit of waking up 10 to 20 minutes before your alarm rings, and unfortunately today is no exception. You lay in bed, each minute ticking closer and closer to wake up time. And you am passing on a swelling wave of ever encroaching dread. Sooner than you would like, your alarm blazes. Okay, so this person used way too many adjectives to explain this. So I'm just going to give you the short version. Basically, you're waking up in bed about 10 or 20 minutes early before your alarm actually rings. You're just lying in bed watching your alarm clock ring rather than wake up, just go on your merry way, but instead of doing that, you're just pressing profoundly onto the snooze button, and then you just retreat back into bed. So, instead of actually getting up, you have no desire to. Actually, you have a high difficulty in actually just getting up to go. Because of this difficulty, you're just sitting there and just like, wow, bruh, really? Now, instead of actually getting up to go to work, so much technical difficulties. So much technical difficulties. I need more people to help me with this. I need so much help right now. I'm getting ready, YouTube. I'm getting ready. Let's see. Okay, where were we? Before we had technical difficulties again. I swear, we're getting more and more technical difficulties as we keep going on. I think my computer's like, this is way too depressing. I just can't handle it. Okay. We're hitting the end of the game. In spite of the fact that you know that it's your job and that you should go, you keep fighting yourself every step of the way. every time you resolve to climb out of bed and just go, your body seems to get heavier and your head gets foggier, and you find yourself unable to actually make yourself move. You grab your phone and dial your boss's number, hoping it's early enough that he won't be there and you can just leave a message. Fortunately, after a couple of clicks, your voicemail picks up and you leave a message explaining that you're sick and won't be in today. So as you hang up the phone, you worry perhaps your message sounds like a lame excuse. You hope your boss won't call or email you to follow up with your message, but for now you're too foggy to do too much of any sort of thinking, and eventually you fall back to sleep that is both heavy and restless with your kitty curled up at your feet, occasionally repositioning as you toss and turn. When you wake up the next morning, sort of feeling well rested, you actually feel more stressed. While it was definitely nice to take a break from work, you now face a new problem that you haven't considered before. To go to work today. While you aren't having the same problem physically getting out of bed you were having yesterday, the prospect of having to face your boss after missing a day of work does not seem appealing in the slightest. You worry that your absence won't be seen as believable or legit, that your co-workers and boss will think that you were just trying to play hooky, or worse, you fear that someone will actually ask you what's wrong. Being caught in that instant and having to either make up a half-baked excuse or worse, that they'll see right through you and know quickly has your mood matching to the weather outside. You know that you have to go to into work, but you fear of being perceived as lazy or defective is making you regret yesterday's decision to take the day off, and ultimately you feel worse about it. Oh my goodness, this game is just getting worse and worse. Okay, I am about to just stop the entire live session at this point. But I'm not going to quit because, you know what? We have gone too far in this life, and frankly, it's getting a lot worse by the minute. Like a lot. Like this is like getting even more intense than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting all this. This is getting more into life decisions. It's basically Sunday. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't fall asleep. You're tossing and turning. You can't really feel your own identity anymore. You don't want to go to your job. You can't shake off any of this dizziness or self-hate. you basically have to wake up in like about 8 hours to go to work. You know your performance is just horrible and slacking lately, and you just wonder what you should do. And the only option you have, or the only option that they give you, because you're depressed, you have the option of number 6, which is go to your computer. Sleep is clearly not happening no matter how long you lay here. Man, I don't even. Whoa, this is. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, I messed up again. Probably should have done that. That wasn't the smartest idea. Don't do it. That was not the best decision you could have made. I went from profoundly depressed to severely depressed. My motivation levels are non-existent. My alternate between feeling totally empathetic to panicking about things out of my control, I have a lack of energy to do much more than sleep the days away, yet your constant feelings of worthlessness prevents you from getting any actual rest. You feel like dying and ironically are too drained to actually act upon these feelings. Okay, maybe I should let you guys choose the next, like, actual game. Because this is pretty intense. And like I said, I'll be doing this almost every Saturday, so yeah, but this is getting pretty, yeah. So basically, you've taken this Thursday just off of work. You're feeling super tired. You aren't really connecting with people anymore. Oh, the world feels like it's upon you. You're stressed. You can't focus. You can't even do a single activity without feeling this way. And you have this only option, which is instead of getting any type of help, you still decide you don't want to burden anyone with your problems and try to distract yourself. And of course you use Netflix to distract yourself, so you're basically doing this quick cycle of kind of depression and using video games or Netflix or any type of distracting element to distract yourselves from your actual depression. And then you text your girlfriend real quick to see if she's, you know, up and want to talk about it or whatever. Well, not talk about your depression, but just talk. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh? Oh, what did I do? Oh, no, I'm good. Is good. So it's Wednesday, you're visiting your parents for the... Sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry. I've been working on this organization since last night. I've worked way too much. I need to go to bed early today. Nah, I'm not gonna go to bed early. Just lie to myself. It's like at 11 o'clock. I'm still not done with this game, so gotta tough this out till I'm done. So you go visit your parents. Oh goodness. Okay, so like I was saying, your girlfriend comes in to play. Basically, she invites you inside after you go to her apartment. She wants affection. You're more like, okay, I'll give you a hug, but that's about it, because your negative feelings are just so bounding you and making you feel horrible. You don't even realize how much it affects your actual relationship with her. So right now you're making a decision of your negative feelings and loops, kinda, because it's the same loop of this hate, pity, shame. all those feelings building up into depression.